I missed it. Oh man, this is also on my drum mix for many years. Very, very excited. I love this song. This is Hate Sphere. One of my favorite bands all time. I don't believe they've got anything really all that new. What's their newest album? 2023. I don't believe I actually listened to it. We're going to listen to the Hatred Reborn in the background here. I think I skimmed it. Sometimes things come out and we just don't catch them. That sucks, doesn't it? This is just an intro. Just an intro. Let's go. It's going to be in the background. I'm going to save this. All right, what are we doing today? We're chilling out. How's it going, Pedro? We're just hanging out. As you guys are aware, I've been demoing a set of pickups lately. I say demoing, but I didn't get them for free or anything, or even artist pricing. I don't have a pickup deal with anybody except for Aurora Tone, and even then, it's not like a freebie system either. So it's like and with Aurora Tone, it's not exclusive. Like I can use whatever I want as long as when their stuff comes, I'm still giving it a fair shake and stuff. So sweet. This is the Dave Mustaine Thrash Factor set, and this was in another guitar last time you guys heard it, or saw it rather, and it didn't really work for me in that guitar. Didn't really work for me in that guitar. Wasn't really working for me. However, today, Ton Guitar, what's going on? How's everybody doing? So we're just going to chill out today, and I'm just going to test these pickups up in this here Charvel Skatecaster. This is an amazing guitar. It's I think it's like a full mahogany type deal. And man, this came out in the Desolation series, and these are awesome. Really, really awesome. If you can ever get your hands on a Desolation series Charvel, they are built like tanks. They're not going to be very expensive. Pardon me. They're becoming more and more rare though. People are starting to catch on. Well, they have been honestly, it's always been a really top reviewed guitar since it came out. Gosh, slow today, but we're just going to be kind of riffing, and I'll be taking some requests outside of what we've got listed. Just loaded up here. The first plugin on my list today is because I'm looking for a point of reference. Is that my 1992 here? You guys are very familiar with this plugin because it is my favorite rectifier. Oh my gosh, the day is slow today. My favorite 5150 block letter. Oh my gosh. And we're just gonna chill out and we're gonna kind of just riff a little bit today. Not bad. Still trying to figure out if I like this set or if I don't like this set, or if I like this set or if I don't like this set. I'm going through again, like what happened was I went and I looked at a bunch of my guitars, and a bunch of them had just pickup scenarios that I wasn't super happy with anymore. And I noticed myself not playing the instrument. And that's true. If the pickups aren't nice, and like, if you're not happy with the pickups or the way it's set up, you're not going to enjoy playing the guitar. So in that case, what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to let the guitar just sit there like I did? Or do you want to just maybe bring it to a tech or set it up yourself, depending on if you're able to do that for yourself? Change the pickup. If you don't like a pickup anymore, pull it out, sell it. Even if you're like, for a long time, and even still to this day, like I have a certain amount of money that I can spend on pickups before pickups got to start going out the other way out the door. I'm at that point now. So I've got a bunch of pickups that I've got to go out the other way out the door. These are, the JB is really picky for height. Sorry, I don't find the JB that picky for height, but the Thrash Factor, which is just a modified JB in such a way, I actually haven't figured out exactly what they modify, but it's the Dave Mustaine version of the JB, which really isn't, and like this isn't a Dave Mustaine 59 or anything. This is just a 59. That's just what this is. I like the 59 in this. It sounds really, really good. We'll get to that eventually. How's it going? You tried to make the Aurora Gate work, but you couldn't. I would honestly say that try to get into... Okay, in the chat, tell us what your signal chain is from start to finish. Is the pre the first thing in your signal chain? Is your amp sim next? Is the post the first thing at the after the amp sim? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. Why does it seem like it's kind of just, it's a little bit low today? Probably because I'm usually using a bit of a... I also don't want that or that. Usually I use this with my own cabinets, but the Recabinet and the Kazrog cabs are so awesome that in this case, I just kind of want to see what's up. Ay, ay, ay. I've really yet to figure out if I like these pickups. I will say, buying pickups used, the amount of people who cut wires too short is incredible. I fucking right. Oh my gosh, the people that get a bridge pickup and cut it super short instead of just winding the cable inside the fucking route. My gosh. I've got a few pickups that are short, and that was the only reason I've got a few pickups that are short. You don't do that. Just coil them up inside. Don't cut them short. Ah, gosh, it drives me nuts. It's okay if you've installed a pickup like a bunch of times and you've had to like, trim it back an inch, an inch, an inch. Every time you install a pickup, you're probably going to end up, maybe not every time, depending on how you pulled it out of the last guitar. Was it just like quick clipped? In which case you're going to have to maybe peel it back. But if someone just like nicely and neatly unsoldered everything, which is very rare, then it's a different story. I'm finding this, like, I need to get a little more low end here. Okay, let's get this, we're using a few different plugins today. If anybody can tell me what that is, you might win a plugin. Hey, Bo, what's going on, dude? Thanks for stopping in, dude. I appreciate you. Yeah, Ton Guitar. We'll help you get set up. But we need to know what the signal chain is. We got to work on it. We will work together to help you. One thing I'm noticing already is that the JB really likes to be scooped. It likes scoopage. Just sounds better scooped. So I bought so what it is, I took these out of the pinkish guitar, the average ass Jackson. And then for that guitar, I decided, because I really wanted something white for that guitar initially anyway, I got something white. I grabbed an SH-14 Custom 5. And I'll tell you how I selected that. How I selected that was I watched those Marrow videos and a couple other shootouts, and I just listened to them instead of watching the names and being influenced by like some of the names I know I already like. I just left it on as I was answering some emails, and then every time I would hear something I really liked, I would just go back to it really quick and see what it was. And each and every time I would do that, and I wasn't really paying attention where I was in the stream, so you can easily memorize the order of things, right? It's no problem. But I came and it just kept on coming back to the SH-14 Custom 5. I'm like, really? I've never even given that. I've never used that pickup before. So I'm like, huh. And there was a used set. So I grabbed a used set in white. Manuel, the Italian stallion in the house. Manuel is a staff member here a long time, and one of my very best friends in the plug-in industry and beyond. I shouldn't even say Manuel's not even really in the plug-in industry. He's an extreme death metal musician. Any more scoopsy than that? I'm not sure that the heights, man. The heights on this pickup is giving me is really giving me a bit of a pain in my ass, if I'm being honest. Sounds way better in this guitar than it did the Jackson, though. So I'm already like, And I have this kind of like this super pickiness about pickups, and I have to avoid. I have to make sure that, like, yeah, you can't have the same sounding pickups and expect to like try different things and just be like, I'm just gonna fall back to what I usually like. See you later. Bring back something fun. Just kidding. Ish. I'm kidding-ish. She's going out for a walk into the winter wonderland now that it's not minus $1 billion. Freyskin, the real Chacho. Gatemate goes on first, then last. It's a pre-gate and a post-gate. Yes, sir. I am very much aware of this. And, yeah, it's... I'm using the denoiser still right now, but I'm going to... I think I'm going to try to bring Gatemate into the stream. It sounds good. There's that really aggressive, like, something in there that's just not fully doing what I need it, what I want it to do. I don't know how to better explain it. So that being said, like, there's something I don't really like. There's one thing about pickups. I prefer to be able to use pickups where I can use a lot of the settings that I'm really comfortable with and just have the pickups kind of adapt and, you know, voice things differently. Whereas when I have to suck a lot of mids out of certain things and such, I mean, I suppose I have to do that for, I mean, I do that with the EMG81 anyhow. I don't know, guys. The heights are giving me a bit of a pain in the rear end. That's sounding better, though. It's not that it sounds bad. I'm just really having try my best to get it dialed in. Gonna go to the other channel as well and see if we can't also get this dialed in. There's that harshness to it that I'm not quite sure if I'm going to get rid of or not. Thanks for y'all for giving him a helping hand. Appreciate you. Now that Ton Guitar, you're not understanding. 2 gates is the point here. It's not 2 gates. It's a denoiser and a gate, essentially. These are different things. Remember that the denoiser and a gate don't work the same way. A gate, just when the signal and depending on how it's set, the gate open and closes depending on the signal you're sending it. Okay? Now, a denoiser is going to strip the garbage out of your signal, like the denoiser does, for example. So you guys have seen the denoiser work before. Well, essentially, I have a gate and a denoiser, so you guys can do something similar. It's basically something similar with GateMate. All right. Remember, a lot of the hardcore bands that use the block letters and like Hatebreed, I don't believe Hatebreed uses a boost pedal. I don't believe. I don't think so, anyways. Guys, my back has been not so good. I agree they do sound better in this guitar, but I made the mistake. I was looking through pickups last night. I made the mistake. I saw this lime green custom Seymour Duncan custom lime green safety green like this, basically like this. And guys, oh, I can't unsee it. Picture this color pickup in this guitar now. How amazing does that look? I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it, which means I can't stop gassing over it, which means I'm going to end up buying a lime green set of pickups for this guitar at some point in my lifetime. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but I know that it's only a matter of time. How much time, I'm not sure, but it's only a matter of time now before I find just the right lime green set and it goes in here. Because for whatever reason, insane reason, I think that the lime green looks really nice with this. Is it 2? Elmyrus, you actually want a plug-in at one point and forgot to email me. I remember this. I was like, I thought that guy wanted a plug-in, but he didn't get it. I don't remember which plug. I have no idea which plug-in you won. I know you won something. Anyhow, I hope you guys are having a great day. It's Saturday. It is mid-afternoon here. Having a nice day. Woke up, swapped some pickups, as I like to do on the weekend. And I just don't think that these man, that's for real. The Big Muff and the Swollen Pickle are coming to Amp Hub. That's fucking solid. That is really cool. Make some doom tones in there. Desolation Schechter? Oh, you mean Charvel? Desolation's, yeah, it's this is the Skatecaster. I almost bought the Star, but then I realized I just didn't really want it. I didn't really like I liked it, but I didn't like it. But I would buy another one of these in a heartbeat. I would buy, this is one of my favorite shapes ever, is the Surfcaster. I remember being like, 13 years old and seeing Scott Ian playing in the video for Anthrax's Only, and he was playing a Surfcaster that had been modified with a humbucker, and I was just like, oh, I didn't know it. I had no idea what it was, and I've been obsessing over that guitar since I was about 13 years old. 13, I remember it well. I remember buying the album in Sudbury, Ontario, while visiting my grandparents. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a fun summer, but that video was on a lot, and that guitar stuck with me. And that shape is the same as this shape. The Skatecaster, Surfcaster, same shape. So that's pretty cool. I do dig. Broski, I didn't forget. You offered me anything for Nimbrini. I have everything. Ah, that's right. That's right. Never mind. All right. You remember more things than I did. That's cool. Yeah, these things they're just made like tanks. And when these came out, they were a $500 guitar. Can you believe that? It was a $500 US is what I think these guitars came out as at around between $500 and $700 US. And they came with EMGs or there was a few that weren't loaded with EMGs, but I think they were loaded with something else that was like Seymour's or something. But this one came with EMGs in it, but I got it off a local marketplace. And like the guy actually that was selling it, I ended up becoming kind of friends with the guy and ended up building me. It's funny that how that works though. You can meet other musicians selling gear on local marketplace and you show up to buy it. You shoot the shit for a little bit. And I ended up just kind of staying in touch with this guy, and he helped me out with a few other projects that I was working on. But this, I got it for such a song and a dance, but this guitar has probably had, no joke, this guitar has probably had 25 different sets of pickups in it from even back in the day when I was testing for EMG. And I know there was a couple of sets of sewer in here as well. And man, just like so many pickups have come and gone out of this guitar. And it seems like there may be one more come and gone on its way. I also tested like 4 sets of Fishmans in this guitar, all of which I didn't really like, but I've also tested a lot in this guitar that I really did like. So, all right, so we know this is sounding good. Let's get rid of the amp craft because you guys have seen that lots recently. And let's go to here. This is the Mesa Boogie Mark II C Plus suite. If you don't dig, is this how you turn the reverb off? Yeah, it's already off. Good. And if you've never used this, you wouldn't be much different than me, guys. I haven't put a lot of time on this amp, and I actually don't have a lot of time on this amp in person. I've really only ever played on the Mark II C Plus when someone else was operating it for me. Although I have heard the amp with my own ears and seen it being played with my own eyes by somebody that I shared a jam space with. It was pretty hardcore about nobody ever touching it, when we always abided by those rules. If it's a no touch scenario, you don't fucking touch it. If you operate in a communal jam space with other bands, that is one of the cardinal rules. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it unless somebody has told you you can touch it. And if you did touch it, well, someone else told you could touch it and you broke it, then you bought it or you're replacing it. These are some definite rules. This particular fella was not cool about people touching it when he wasn't there, but was very cool about people just sitting there with their guitar or his guitar and just like, well, he turned the knobs and what kind of sound do you want? Okay, no problem. So this amp to me is a goddamn labyrinth. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. My friend Goten Guitars has been a staple in my local community for a long period of time. There's been, as you can expect, retailers that have carried in my area that have carried Godin or Godin, depending on what part of the country, but I call them Godin. I've played plenty of them, and they're wonderful guitars. Unfortunately, they've never really made anything that made me go, damn, I need that. There's actually one at the store I was just at. I was just at a music store, and they do carry Godin, and they have a really neat looking one, but it's not really my thing. It's not something I'm looking to add to the collection at this point. I had a friend of mine who's one of the best guitar players in the city here, and he has a Godin. It's got the little pickup selectors up here. It's one of their flagship models, and he makes it sound really, really good. Yeah, dude. There's a lot going on inside the Mark Series amps. There's just like not just the Mark IIc Plus, but like, or the Plus in this case, as I've got rolling, but and I might catch some shit for this, and that's fine. But I've never really been the most giant of fans of the Mark IIc Plus. I know that I respect it, and I know that it is a rad amp in the hands of some. But it's one of those amps that you either love it. I'm not gonna say you either love it or I don't think anybody hates this amp. It's either you love it or you're just like, yeah, it's cool. I'm like, yeah, it's cool guy. There's a sizzle to this amp that I'm not always super interested in, if that makes any sense. But I really do need more time with the amp as well. I sat with this amp recently for a couple of hours. Also going through some videos of how like people like Ola and other people dial this amp in, John Petrucci and a lot of other people, and just kind of earning my stripes a little bit. This is not an amp that is plug and play. This is not an amp that is set it and forget it. This is not an amp that even between different sets of pickups, you're going to be making adjustments. This is not a 5150 where it doesn't matter which pickups you throw through it. Usually it's pretty much all the same thing. You just let the pickups do the work. You use your settings and things are on their way. How's it going, Charlie Crease? Nice to see you, man. Not climbing a mountain today. Charlie is the man. I think if you know what, Charlie, this sounds funny, but I think if you're the only person I know that climbs mountains and stuff, and where we are currently, I think of you occasionally because where we are currently installing we are taking a break for the winter weather, but where we are kind of currently installing a disc golf course, there is a mountain climbing area that is just across the road. And I'm thinking to myself, like, dang, that is high and I want nothing to do with it. I don't know how people do that. And I always think to myself, like, I'm going to ask him next time I see him, or I see him on the line. But this thing, I guarantee you'd look at it and be like, dude, that's a baby cliff. It's not like it's huge, but it's not that I'm not like, I'm super scared of heights, but I have no interest in my entire life to climb a mountain. I'm one of those people that's like, it's two ways. It's either you really, really want to climb a mountain or you really, really don't. I mean, I think there's not really a gray area. I don't know anybody that's ever said, I'm kind of interested in climbing a mountain at some point in my life. Like, I don't really know anybody that's like that. It's either people are like, yeah, mountains. Or they're like, no, thank you. No, thank you. That's me. I'm not saying I don't like the plugin, by the way. I'm saying that just the amp itself, I need more time with it. But I did want to pull it out today and show you guys that, hey, I've been kind of working on some things and some presets, etc. But one of the amps that I kind of wanted to use today, believe it or not, is this here, the Retro Tube. We're going to use the Retro Tube today. And if you've never heard of this, it wouldn't surprise me, as it's not like the most popular amp in the world. It's also kind of small, so we're just going to leave it small unless you guys really want to see more. Let me know. For the sake of things today, I think I'm just going to use my own cabinet. Because it's not that these aren't good. It's just that this is their old cabinet section. And I don't like them as much as their newer one. Even though I don't like the newer one much either. But we're just going to go with our own for now. It's an angle cab anyways that I'm using the IR for. So... Really? I'm finding that's a bit muffled for whatever reason. Whoa. Interesting. Normally, I don't find myself lacking top end on this plugin, but today it seems like I am. You don't really need to boost this one, which is a funny thing about it. A lot of angle amps don't really require that sort of thing. Sounds pretty good. Tune. Making sure we're tuning here. What's going on, man? Andy in the house. Nice to see you, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to lean towards the fact that these pickups may not necessarily be for me, but I also want to make sure that I'm doing the due diligence as well. Like, I don't know where I would even consider putting these pickups if these would have to just out the door, which sucks because I had to drill them out. But what are you gonna do? Okay, so this one sounds a little, I don't know. This one sounds a little aged for the first time that I've ever heard that. I'm gonna save that. Just realized I had... No, I don't want to save that there, but... Okay, so it's not really showing... By the way, I'm not boosting this at all, although I'm really lacking the headroom that I usually feel like I have with this particular plugin, but it's not really there right now. So we're going to get rid of that for now because it's just not making me as happy as it usually does. Oh well, these things happen. Let's move on to Crunk and just jam on Crunk for a bit. Nice. If you haven't used Crunk, it's 100% free, and as I do usually like to make sure there's a free option to use inside here. Nice. So far, so good. Crunk sounds pretty decent. I'm not going to be here for an incredibly long time today, guys. I do have a bunch of things that I kind of wanted to get completed today, and I'm going to be doing some pre-recorded stuff today as well. So I wanted to come on for a bit because I said, you know, I'm going to be in here. I also may come back a little bit later on if I get go get strings for my Strat. I'm just considering coming on and doing some bluesier stuff later on tonight, potentially. So if you see me around later on, that's going to be what we're doing. If I get my Strat wired, not wired, but strung up. Wow, this sounds good though. And this, by the way, is not boosted yet, but if I'm going to boost and get it extra fucking modern sounding, I'm going to get the Dead Horse going here. Sorry, guys. What was that? What did I read there? You're just a rock climber. True mountain climbers look down on us. Okay, so you might like this then. It's just it is just a rock face, like it's a cliff face. So you might actually like it. Yeah, honestly, YouTube is full of the dangerous people that do like I see the dude that's standing like in a diving suit on the side of an oil rig, and I'm like, you're not gonna jump in the, oh yeah, you are, dude. Oh no, you're gonna jump in the water on the oil. Oh no, dude. That shit scares me more than anything. That is my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare is like being just like thrown off the boat in the middle of the fucking ocean. That would be my, oh boy. I don't know if I like this particular pickup. I love the neck pickup though. That's the hardest part. The neck pickup sounds and looks so sick. I know it's just a 59, but it looks so sick. It's like that matte with the aged, like all the aged stuff going on. It looks really cool. So I was kind of hoping it wouldn't. Well, I can't do it anymore, apparently. Anyways. Not much of a lead player here, guys, but I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. So, yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to take these out and get rid of them. Ah, so close. I don't know. I'm going to give it some more time, but I just don't know yet. Plus, I can't stop thinking about the idea of putting a lime green set of pickups in this guitar with potentially a, I don't know, we'll see. Well, maybe even a lime green switch tip here too to just balance things out a little. You never know. I don't know. Do they make the oh god, do they make the groove wraps in lime green? Cut the highs? At what now? I don't know what I can do for you. I can do my best. I can maybe bring the presence down a little bit. I never use processing. I never process my tone during these. It's sort of just, it is what it is, and you get what you get. But I could go into here. I could go into the IR loader and wheel this back just a tiny bit. Not much I can do for you there. I'm not going to bring it back too far, but I can bring back the highs a bit. It's all part and test in the pickups too. I can't really choke things too much because I'm finding the idea is if I'm choking too many things out, it's either it's not set up right or it's just not for me. It's like I don't hate it, but that's what I kind of like about this M Convolution EZ. That's exactly what it's doing for me. It's giving me the very slight feel in my headphones. I cannot stand listening to dry guitar in headphones. Drives me bananas. 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 I have not tried those reverbs though. I'm going to be using, I think today after the stream, I'm going to do some time with Amplitude and THU. So I can get it at like a more of a promotional level where I can actually be like, not just sort of just wander around inside the suite being like, that's cool, look at this, you know, like actually being able to go to like the best of the best of the best of the best. All right, so I need to dial the mids back even more. I just don't like these pickups. I think. I don't. No, that was just a riff I made up on the spot. If anything, it was kind of like an Ignite riff. Or maybe like a Slick Shoes riff. What is that riff again? Nope. Nope. Anyways, a song called Now Is the Time by Slick Shoes. Could also be a little bit like a few other things. But yeah, most of the time I don't try to play covers during streams because someone will just be like, he's playing it wrong. And I'll be like, yeah, I fucking know I'm playing it wrong because I'm just noodling right now. Man, the Krug sounds better without a boost. Yeah, if you haven't tried Crunk V2, make sure you do. It's pretty awesome. I enjoy it. I've yet to hear anybody that doesn't like this more than Crunk V1. And I can just remember saying to Igor one time, hey, Crunk V1 looks kind of I don't know that anybody's really wanting to use it, but it sounds awesome. Why don't you make it look cooler? Yeah, add a couple of features, out the door she goes. And this thing sounds awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Is it better now with the tone? It's not crushing anyone's ears anymore. All right, that sounds pretty good. You want a rectifier? What rectifier do I want to use? Is the question. Yeah, I can pull out the Cali. All right, let's mess around with this a little bit. Excuse me. Drag that, make it bigger. Wait a minute, where am I at here? Tune. Yeah, I know there's a lot of... Honestly, this is not what I would do if I was recording. But the thing is, though, you guys don't... I think that's one of the problem with a lot of Amp Sim content is that there are so many people that are doing a lot of post-production work or production work or cutting or boosting or whatever it is in post. And then people are buying these things and... not knowing what to do or why it sounds so much different. So, I mean, I in streams at very least, I like to give it to you guys as raw as I can. Oh, it's nice. That's tasty. I would showcase that one right now, the Wavemind one. But I'm going to be honest that it's not that Chris wouldn't want me to. I just know that he's doing some significant updates to it that are making it's gonna sound even better, guys. So yeah, just stay tuned on that one. Would you want to stay in tune today? Yeah, it's a bummer that these pickups are going to have to get out of here because I really had high hopes that these are going to work out. And these were not cheap either. Your loss, my loss is your gain though. Anybody interested in a set, and any of the sets I'll be getting rid of is basically just email me and we can work it out. I'm sure. Something a good price, send them out to you. These ones will be getting pulled for sure. You kind of like the mids, you're getting a lot of mid cut. Snake oil. I didn't say that. I wasn't directing that at anything in particular. Snake oil. There's been long discussions about certain things that we on the team feel might not be as useful as they may seem. Not directing that at any particular plugin. Just watch out there. Yeah, definitely, Rudy. Email me, buddy. The only problem is they've been drilled out. They've got, right now they've been mounted with, I've basically just took two, I take nuts and glue them to the bottom of the ears and just so they work again. So if you're planning on direct mounting them, we'll just figure it out. The mcmuniverse@gmail.com. Reach out to me. We'll figure it out. All pickup sales come with a free plugin. I just like trying a lot of pickups. It's not that it's not that I hate these pickups by any means. My gosh. Like the neck pickup, guys, sounds so good. Like we'd already figured this out, but I missed that note a few times there, but the the neck pickup pairs really nice with the enhanced JB. Yeah, I don't know. I get the feeling that I'm about to go on a bit of a pickup hunt again. It's been a long time since I even really cared about the pickups, but then like I said, I just looked around and noticed from a few guitars I had that could probably be played more and would probably be played more if I had other stuff in it that I liked more, or something to switch things up and, change things up. And so far I'm finding it's, man, like there's not a lot of good used stuff out there right now. I'm just teasing, Amiris. I'm just teasing. BJ Russell, somebody new in the house. Nice to meet you. My name is Tyler, and welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. I'm very familiar with Railhammer, as I was just using a set yesterday. They are phenomenal pickups. I love them for Doom, Sludge. I would say there's probably none better. And Doom for Doom, Sludge, and all that different types of things. I know Billy Corgan's set is really, really cool. I would love to try. I think Bob Bulk has also got a from Fu Manchu. It's also got a set. I'd love to try his someday as well. Ken Haas and I speak from time to time, and yeah, I have not heard of those ones yet. What are they called again? Sorry. Man, I have so many sets for sale, Kyle. Gosh, not just sets, just a lot of singles. Gosh, do I have a lot. First, as far as sets go, I've got the Matt Heafy Fishman Fluence Modern set, and I've got a few. I've got full sets of a few things. But yeah, it's a lot of. There's a lot of single pickups, but we can build sets on our own as well. No problem. We'll figure it out. The Railhammer Z1 pickups, my favorites ever. Perfect bit of heat with clarity. Interesting. Z1. Old Metal Dude, first time catching a live stream, really digging it. You probably have, but do you use the auto audio plugin? I'm very familiar, and this is the second time in like 2 days. People, I'm gonna reinstall it. I didn't put it on my new machine after I did this big update, and I've got the whole kit and caboodle. As I once upon a time did a little bit of work with Reed over at Auto Audio, and he's a heck of a nice guy, and I love that plugin. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to do it where I'm dedicating a full 100% full stream to the 1111, aka the black amp, aka the auto audio amp, whatever you like to call it. Yes, I have used it, and it is phenomenal. Yeah, the thing is about that plugin is it's got a lot of secret little areas that you can unlock by clicking on parts where it unlocks the back panel. There's a bunch of different, if I'm not mistaken, there's like different impedance curves and a bunch of different things in there that are kind of low-key hidden behind the scenes. Jack Owen uses Railhammer. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool artists that are endorsed by Reverend Guitars and Railhammer that operate together. Ken Haas, if I'm not mistaken, is the guy at both companies. I'm not 100%. Follow him on Instagram, by the way, if you want to see one of the coolest guitar collections you've ever seen in your life. It's honestly, the guy's just got a bananas guitar collection, and you get little snipies on some of the upcoming models. They have an amazing, I think is it called the Bass Fish? No, it's called the something fish. Rumblefish? Something fish. They have a bass there that I really, really want. Like really, really want. And they said they'd give me artist pricing on it, but even still with the exchange, it ended up being a little hefty, and I've got so many basses as it is, it just wasn't going to be, the thing. But I'm going to reach out to Ken to see if I can get one of those, the Z1s to give a shot to, as I've created a lot of content with the two sets that they hooked me up with way, way, way long time ago in the past. So yeah, that's the Z1 you said? Hold up, guys. Let's see. I'm going to look this up right now. Railhammer. This must be newer, because I haven't been through their the Z1 Billy Corgan. Or is it just hang on a sec here. Oh, so is this, hang on a second, it's a humbucker, but it only has the P90 clarity with fat mid-range. So hang on a second. You're using the P90s for like metal? Is that what you're saying? Hey, there's Ken Haas right there. Hey, look at that guy. Awesome. Hold on a second. Also, the West Hawk pickup is rad too. Yeah, dude, I really want to try that. I really want to try the Jupiter Rail. Kind of bad, but because I ended up with this this situation, with this nice situation with Aurora Tone pickups. The pickup that I was gonna put in the one guitar was gonna be a Jupiter Rail, but then he's sending me this custom made Colossus, super ultra modern humbucker. I'm not sure if it's gonna be something I'm gonna be into or not. I'm really excited about it. Ceramic, ultra modern, ultra high output. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. So I'm going to check that out first. Hold on a second. Hey, I've got no problem with that. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to like technical metal, and I'm not sure, like thrash and stuff. I have 100% would love to try this Z1 though. I'd like to try the Z1 set and use them for like stoner doom kind of stuff, or like HM2, you know, like Swedish death metal, that type of stuff. I would love to try it for that. I'm very excited. These are noiseless as well. If you've never tried the Nuevo 90s, this is similar. It's similar to the kind of the hum cutter of the Nuevo 90 that they may also make over here. Hang on a second, we're gonna go back to the screen. Sorry, I forgot you guys weren't on there with me. Yeah, or were you on there with me, or were you not? I can't remember. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna see if I can check. The thing is, yesterday I was chesting out. Just yesterday I was testing out a set of an Anvil and Nuevo 90 bridge put in the neck position, and I loved it. And that is the guitar I would probably try these out in. So I don't know. I'm wondering now. I think I'm gonna have to try these out though. Code Orange is well, the one girl, and she's also in Marilyn Manson's band now. I'm not sure if you knew that. Are you more of a fan of active or passive? Passive 100%. The only active pickups that I've really, really truthfully loved over the years are the EMG Fat 55 and the EMG 81, the original, not the 81X, but the original but only with the 18 volt mod, with only a 9 volt battery. They just don't sound as good. You know, do the 9 volt, do the 18 volt mod, or even go up a notch if you'd like, and man, you get all kinds of stones with that pickup with the 18 volt mod, even add the booster. I'm a huge fan of those two particular pickups, especially if you want to use like Fat 55 as a super underrated pickup for doom. Another pickup I was maybe considering for this guitar at some point was maybe another set of EMGs, maybe going with the set of Fat 55s, but again, I think that ship has sailed for now. Yeah, I don't think I can get rid of that anvil. I don't think I can take that anvil out. And the pickup I have in the neck position is very similar to this pickup anyways. It's very similar as far as I know. It's going to be a very similar output. It is, I'm not sure if it's ceramic. Let's go look, because that'd be an interesting ceramic in the bridge. But I think neck usually kind of for me calls for, for me, a neck pickup usually calls for Alnico, but let's see. Nuevo 90 bridge is, yeah, it's a much lower, and it is ceramic. So yeah, it is ceramic. So I've got a couple of ceramics in there right now, but it's much lower in the ohms, the K ohms. Much. Because this is only 9, and the Nuevo 90 bridge is only at a 9, but it still sounds great. And then this one, the Z1, is 14. It's a significantly more. And I would actually, Ned, you've got me thinking about it now. I'm definitely gonna give Ken an email and see if there's maybe a situation where he would like possibly like us to test some of these out. But I don't know what I would put them in. I would love to find myself like an old beat up like late 70s, early 80s Yamaha Studio Lord or something to put these in. That's something I do have a Yamaha Studio Lord I could put these in if I got the gold ones. But I don't know. It'd have to be like these ones, I think. Those would look badass in that guitar. I think I'm going to ask them. Thank you for bringing those to my attention. And if I ended up testing them, thank you so much. That's awesome. Tell him I sent you. Tell who? Ken? Do you, BJ, do you know? You actually know Ken Haas? That's pretty cool. I don't know the man well at all. I've just spoken to him a few times, and I'm enamored with his guitar collection. And he loves cats, as far as I know. So anybody that loves cats is cool with me, as you guys are well aware. We have a couple in the background here that are just taking up the oxygen in this place. Get jobs. You guys gonna get jobs today, maybe? Huh? Lazy. Shitless layabouts. I'm just kidding, guys. Would never speak to my cats that way. We talk a bit, mostly on Instagram. He follows my SP gear page. Fuck yeah. I honestly, I talk to him a little bit as well on the Instagram, but he's a really busy guy, so I usually like to just bother the artist relations guy instead. Because Ken's like, he's a busy guy, and I am this big. Like I'm an absolute nobody. There's no reason I have to talk to the man. Like to reach out to the man formally. But he does like, one thing I know that Ken likes is Ken really likes fuzz tones as well. And he definitely likes a lot of the content that we made with the Railhammer stuff. So huge fan of the Railhammer stuff. Does Billy Corgan have a bridge pickup does he have a humbucker? Hold on a sec. I've got an idea. I have an idea in my head. He does have a humbucker as well. But there's no fancy stars on it. God damn. Reeves Gabriel's has a pickup too. Oh, there actually isn't. There is. Oh, is there? No, there isn't. I might try the very interesting. Bob Balk. Ceramic 13. I have ideas. Gosh, I have ideas. Ideas, and more ideas. Oh, did you? BJ Russell. I'm going to have to follow. Am I following you on Instagram? Sounds familiar. You sound familiar. The Z1 and BC1 are humbuckers technically. The tweaked. Got you. You know what? I think you've got me sold. I think I actually wouldn't even mind trying them in this particular guitar, since this guitar was supposed to be initially a kind of a Fu Manchu-ish rock guitar anyway. Pardon me. So I think maybe I'll try, even though I do have this idea of seeing really, really flashy pickups in this guitar. Those are pretty flashy. There's stars all over them and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see what I can do. If that's even if they are still willing to let us test something, or et cetera, et cetera. So the Anvil's the hottest pickup they have. Yeah, I mean the Anvil's a rad pickup in that. I think I'm gonna leave the other guitar as it is because I was just so in love with the way it sounds. I think this guitar just might be a perpetual testing guitar, testing instrument. I think I might just keep it that way because this one has pickup rings and I don't have to drill anything out to test them. And this guitar sounds pretty good with almost whatever you put in it. I think the nicest set I ever had in this guitar was actually the the Aldrich set from Sur, and I was kind of bummed now that I took them out. But you can't look, just looking back, I mean, you can't second guess gear decisions. Yeah, these are going to definitely move to probably very likely move to another friend. Again, though, man, it sucks because when you buy pickups used and you get to trade them or sell them after that, it's not a big deal. It just really isn't. But when a pickup is used and you're going to be eating like a good chunk of what you paid for them, you're like, This is pretty tasty, though. Sounds pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on these pickups. Just not what I was hoping for. And my search continues. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna contact Ken to see if maybe he'd be interested in hooking us up with something I could test in this guitar. Even if it's like a demo set that I send back to him after, that'd be fine too. We'll see what's up. And like the last time I reached out to Railhammer for a set of pickups was like a decade ago. Seriously, like 9 years ago now, probably 9 or 10 years ago, something to that effect. And they've got so many nice guitars as well. It's just such a tempting scenario. Just like, I don't need any more freaking guitars. But every time I look at those Reverends, yeah, Reverends. All right, guys. So today was fruitful in the case that now we know exactly what these sound like with a number of different plugins, and they sounded really good. It's not the sound, it's the feel of things. Maybe I don't understand 100% know how to explain it. It's just that's why. Other than saying this, there's a million pickups. There are a million pickups out there for that reason, because not everybody's gonna like every set of pickups. And that's the reason there are a billion sets of pickups, especially from Seymour Duncan. I do love me some Seymour Duncan. Definitely also love me some DiMarzio. I know that's like kind of like one or the other scenario, but why? I don't understand why anybody would limit themselves to one of those two brands unless you're being paid, because both of those brands make really rad shit. So much good stuff comes out of both of those brands. And man, if you have not been to the Seymour Duncan custom shop, they have a bunch of models over there that you should probably check out. And if I ever get this baritone that's been sitting in customs forever since the postal strike up here in Canada, if I ever get it, there's a couple pickups in there that are just, man, like Seymour Duncan slugs on their own are pretty badass pickups. Badass. You notice they are bright and they are clean. Yep, they are. I don't disagree with you, but having used 50 or 60 or 70 sets of pickups or more, maybe 100 sets of pickups at this point, I don't know, or 100 individual pickups. I'm not sure. I've used so many pickups, and at this point, I just know what I want. And I know what I like, and I know what I want, and I'm just gonna keep tone searching until this guitar sounds exactly the way I want it to sound, until it finds its forever set, as I like to call it. A lot of my other guitars have been testing guitars as well, in and out, and then all of a sudden you find this like perfect pairing for the guitar, or perfect bridge pickup if it's single guitar, single pickup, whatever. You find that perfect, and then it's in there for good. There's nothing, it's not coming out, it's staying in there for good. And that's what I'm looking for this guy right here. Maybe it'll be a set of rail hammers, maybe it'll be something else, who knows? But the good thing about this guitar is that it's really easy to work on. Gigantic routes, big old routes through everything, big holes through everything to go where you need to go. There's a battery compartment already there if I want to go active again. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if Nadir's off. I've got this guy right here. That was without a pick. Yeah. Take that, Jared James Nichols. No, I'm just kidding. That dude, gosh, I've never seen anybody play. Anybody else, not Mark Knopfler, not anybody else, never seen anybody play with their fingers like Mr. Nichols. So, yep. Nope, it's not a dark impulse. It's not really a dark IR in this particular case. This is pretty bright. It's sound. It comes down to sound and feel, and not being able to really get things sounding and feeling the way I totally want. I was really, really interested in this set based on the setup, being that this was based on a pickup that Dave Mustaine used for a very long time on albums. But that being said, it's just not for me. It is what it is. We are not all the same, but again, my loss is your gain. So we'll hook somebody up with a set of pickups for a good price, and we'll be on our way to testing another set. Like I said, I went a few years without even really testing or buying anything new at all for pickups. Just let a few guitars just sort of sit there, and then I got to thinking I would like to enjoy playing those guitars a little bit more than I'm enjoying playing them at this point. So then that's how we got here. Matteo Mancuso. Yes, that name does seem very familiar. Yeah, I know. It's definitely based on the JB. It's a modified JB. I read the whole rundown, and it was all of that, everything they said about it in the rundown. I was like, yeah, I want to buy it. I can only get so excited. Stop talking. I need to buy it. Bye. There's been a lot of pickups like that over the years, though, where I'm reading about them. Yes. Not like I can only get so excited. There's so many pickups like that where I've been very excited. The Nazgul. Oh gosh, what's about to happen here? Is this gonna crash? No, I saw the loading wheel. I was like, what's about to happen? The Nazgul was another pickup like that. I was just so excited, and it ended up being very ice picky, and didn't really jive with me, as the old dudes say. Dimebucker, another one that never really struck me the right way. I thought it was going to be a better version of the L500XL. Was not what I expected. The Brad Paisley set of Telecaster pickups, I really, really want to purchase those, but I kind of feel like they're not going to be anything more exciting than the ones I've already tried or the ones I've already got right now. Like, I'm also quite hesitant on buying new, even though I want to buy more. I fell in love with the idea of putting safety lime green pickups into this guitar. And I think I'm going to have to explore that. And do you guys know how it is? If you're aesthetically or tonally or whatever it is, you're wanting to purchase something for, and you're just like, if you got that on your mind, if you're like me and you get it on your mind, it's game over. It's fine. It's game over, man. It's done. You've already made the decision. The purchase is good as made. But I made a rule. I'm not going to purchase any more pickups until I get rid of some pickups. By the way, these come with the box, all the foam, all the mounting, and everything else. So we'll figure that out. Matt Vandenham. Yes, now I know exactly the guy you're talking about. But I'm talking about like an electric player. Like an electric player that plays like he's playing with a pick. And he plays solos, like blues solos, like he's using a pick. And you can hear what sounds like a pick. You can hear like a pick attack. The guy's callous so much that you can hear a pick attack from his finger. It's just bad madness to me. I'll have to go and look him up on Instagram, but I'm 90% sure I know who you're talking about. I will absolutely do that. Rudy, thank you so much for sending me an email. Figure it out. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a rush. I'm pretty, I'm all right. So in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for dropping in today. I might be back a little bit later on. I don't think I'm going to end up getting to the music store at this point. now. I think they're actually closed at 4, so I don't think I'll be able to getting down there. But tomorrow, you can definitely 100% be assured that I'm going to be on here either in the morning with a Telecaster, just kind of playing around. I may be back later today, but I doubt it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we're going to watch some movies and just chill the fuck out today. And yeah. Okay, guys, awesome. I know it was kind of a low-key stream today. And but yeah, we the Dave Mustaine Thrash Factor, I want to preface this. The Dave Mustaine Thrash Factor set is awesome. It's just, there can be a lot of awesome pickups out there, just like there are awesome bands, and that might not be your thing. I think these, I like the JB. This one's just, to me, doesn't hit the same way. I don't know. You guys will be the judge. You guys go look up the pickup. 100% worth checking out. This is the baddest fucking ass looking 59 I've ever seen. I don't know if they sell this 59 on its own looking like this. I think they only sell it in the set. But gosh, this would be nice to pair if you guys look at just how sick these pickups look. And the matte finish with the aged hardware is just awesome. Super, super awesome looking pickups. And that was the other thing that got me about them. I saw them and went, whoa, really? Matte with aged hardware on the top? Ooh, boy, let me get myself all handsome for this set. And it just didn't work out the way I wanted. That's okay. But I've got a bunch of other stuff that's on the way here and a bunch of stuff that I'm going to send out. I've got a deactivator 15 or a PAF and deactivator set that's going to be here soon, and some other stuff from not to mention the stuff from Aurora Tone. So we're always going to be testing pickups around here. Hopefully you guys dig pickup content. I appreciate that you guys like it. It is part of the amp sim universe. Definitely pickups are crucially important in your sound. How they are set up and the height of those pickups is crucially important in your sound. And if you're not really digging the pickups in your guitar, even if they're high-end pickups like these, or whether they are just low-end pickups that you need to get rid of so you can get better tone, better DI signal happening for your plugins and for your recordings and your content. But even if it's a set of like higher budget pickups, you could go out and get a $700 set, $800 set of bare knuckles right now. Get them, put them in, and be like, I don't like these. It doesn't matter what the price is. If you don't like a pickup, you don't like a pickup. It doesn't mean it's a bad pickup. It just means it's not meant for you. And never settle, guys. Never settle. If you don't like the way a pickup sounds, always make sure that it is set up properly, or at least your starting point. Play with different heights until you see if you really do or do not like it. And if you don't like it, usually pickups are pretty easy to kind of get rid of and trade up or whatever you're going to do with them. So always make sure that you're paying attention to pickups. And if you're out there and you're like, well, I don't pay a lot of attention to pickups, I've got just kind of what I got, that's fine. But it's not a reason to not explore. Do some YouTubing. A lot of people out there doing pickup content that have probably made some awesome stuff that can push you. The Keith Merrow video is fantastic. I must have watched the video. I think I gave him 20 new likes 20 new views last night on the Keith Merrow humbucker shootout. It's a great video, and Ola does a bunch of them as well. A lot of people do the humbucker shootouts. There's another guy that just where you can see the picture, this versus this. I don't know if the guy's name is like something Palmer, not Robert Palmer, but something Palmer maybe. I'm not sure. But there's a lot of content out there that might even compare what you're currently using to something else in that lineup. Okay, so that's the Merrow video last night. For example, I listened to the video over and over and over and over and over, and eventually came across like what I really wanted to do with the guitar. And I listened, and it was awesome because it actually had in the list like some of the pickups, lots of the pickups I'd already tried, and it's great. So do your due diligence Make sure your pickups are set up to the right height. Don't always assume that they come from the factory or the music store. Set up with exactly the right height for you. Play around with it a little bit, okay? It's okay. You're not going to break anything, probably. All right? If you break anything by simply just turning a screw, well, I don't know. You might have a bit of a heavy hand over there. That's awesome, Elmira. You're going to get a lot of it because I'm back in the mood to test more pickups. So I'm going to contact, see if I can just, I don't know. There's a couple of guitars I have right now that I could definitely use as sacrificial lambs. This one, I don't know what's going to end up in this one next, but we're going to find out. Just whatever it is, this guitar will do its job, and I trust that the guitar will do its job. It's fun to play. It always sounds really nice. You know, if the setup is always, this guitar sets up really wonderful. So anything I put in here is gonna at very least, gonna get a really good, solid, fair shake at staying in the guitar. That being said, what a lot of people like to do is go and buy a testing instrument. Your local marketplace might have a local Ibanez RG on your marketplace. I think everybody has an RG in the local marketplace, Craigslist, Facebook marketplace, pawn shops. There's probably an RG around there somewhere. Get it, buy it. And that can be your dummy guitar for constant in and out pickups. Buy used. eBay, reverb.com is getting less and less and less cool, but eBay is still cool for used pickups. Still lots on there. Pickups prices have gone up, unfortunate, but lots out there, okay? And if you ever have any questions about pickups, myself, the guys in this group, a lot of the other, even just the people that like to watch in here, there's a lot of us that have a lot of good information, and we've tried a lot of things. And so don't be afraid to ask questions about pickups as well, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now as I've been talking forever. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part. Make sure you like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you did that, that'd be terrific. And I will definitely see you guys either later on this evening or tomorrow. All right, guys, so take care. And my challenge for you guys for this one is just simply go and play some guitar. Write something interesting. Write a riff or write a little lick. And if you don't really have, if you've got a writer's block of some sort, then just go on and learn somebody else's lick or riff of the week and just inspire yourself to play. Never stop playing, guys, okay? Cheers. We'll see you guys next time.